What up, everybody? How you doing? You already know. It's like K Loco. What's up, J Raz? What's up, man? I saw you on your YouTube over there on YouTube watching the HGT community or the team. What's up, everybody? If you don't know, this episode of CannaConvos, we have Mr. Gannix going live with us today. Bam, 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 bam. There he is right there. I'm going to send him the request to jump in. Bird up. Pimp, pimp, pimp. Mama Kush in the house. What's up? Efficient Grow. What's up? Thank you for tapping in. You're new to that one. Canna Alice. Alicia? What up? What up? What up? What up? Mr. Gannix, you're probably going to have to try to come in, and then we'll send a... There it is. Did it work? All right. We got you the first try.
What up?
What's up, brother?
What's
How
up,
you
man?
doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Well, just chilling, man. Actually, I got caught up at Costco. That's why I didn't give you the hour, message.
It's
And I
easy to
was
do,
like,
man. Costco.
yeah,
Get caught up
man,
every
shit. I
time I
was like,
go.
I know. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Fuck. Yeah, I started stressing out. Oh, geez, Spipperson, what's up, pimp? Today, for those who don't know, we have Mr. Gannix on here. He is 1/3 of the HGTV show. What do I say?
Grow the
Collective.
community.
Grow the community. Home Grow the Community TV, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys have been killing it out there. You guys got high
Thank
again,
you.
which is like, bam! You got Mr. What did you get? Pigeons 420?
Yeah, we had pigeons. We had you.
Me.
We had
You got Rob.
Rob. We had High again. We had Mad Hatter. And we got some big things in the very near future. So
Nice, man. You guys are killing it out there, dude.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Very
We just
proud
made
of
the
you.
switch. Thank you. Yeah, we just made the switch to YouTube. As you know, Instagram's a pretty tough platform
Yeah.
to do the lives on, and we struggled with it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point where we were like, man, we got to go.
Okay,
We
so
gotta move.
that was going to be one of my questions. How long have you been doing that? The HGTV.
Just about 2 years. I think February will be 2 years.
Okay. Okay. And so, yeah, I didn't start following you guys until recently. At least I didn't hear about the HGTV until I think it was just a couple months ago. But did you guys restart it or something?
No, we've had quite a few people in Homegrow over the last couple of years, and we've kind of just narrowed it down, and we got our team now. So we like we've had some big people in the past. Like we had Jorge Cervantes on.
Okay.
We've had Soil King on. We've had Petra Tools on. We've had Tico,
Okay.
Bud Trainer. Um, Man, there's a long, long list. Like 2 years, we did almost an interview every week
Okay.
for 2 years.
And you were doing it here on live, like we're doing right now?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. And so I noticed that when you guys made the switch to YouTube, that you're actually showing plants.
Yep.
Have you guys been worried about any of the demonetization and all that shit that they be doing over there? Papa Kush, what up?
Well, see, our thing is like we're not even trying to be monetized over on YouTube. It'll never happen
Okay.
doing what we do. You know, we could maybe for the interviews on Wednesday nights, but on Friday nights we do the whole Grow Me Gardens.
Okay.
So we do show gardens and we do show plants, and we are over there smoking and having some beers once in a while, and so we're over there doing our thing, and we've been age restricted, but that's about all that's really happened. So
Okay. So yeah, every time that I was going live on YouTube there for a minute, and then it stopped letting me go live,
yeah,
and it said that my content was not, YouTube
not
friendly or
okay.
whatever, however you say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was turned off a little bit by that, But I just moved on, and yeah, I'm glad that you guys are killing it out there, though. That's good job. I am just sending this to everybody real quick.
Yeah, man.
You also
Yeah,
should send it to everybody if you can.
let's send her out.
Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, man, fucking been watching you guys do your good job over there. You guys are killing that shit, man. I want to be like y'all when I grow up.
That's nice to hear, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you?
Yeah, man, we're having a blast. Like there's so much. Like we brought Bunny in. Bunny was brand new to homegrown
Yeah.
community, and I think you might have been the first person that she was on for an interview with us, and then
Yeah.
it was like, nope, we gotta go. We're going to YouTube. So then it was like, now we gotta learn an entire new platform, and we hit the ground running, and she's just been like, we've been holding on, you know. So no, we've been having fun though, for sure. It's a lot
I
of work for
noticed C
sure,
Bunny
but
on there, and I was like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna send a message to everybody on here, and I want to interview you guys individually because, like, you guys are great together, but I want to get the person off to the side, and I want to see how your story is, what you came to be, your origin story, how you
sure.
became to be such a badass that you are. uh, so I wanted to ask you real quick. I wanted to ask you, where did you come up with your name?
Organics?
Yeah, because
Uh,
I remember you
uh,
were saying that you were organics there for a while, right?
yeah, so my original name was 420 Organics.
Oh, no, yeah.
And I lost my count five on 5 occasions. I'm on my sixth account right now, and every time I came back, I had to change the spelling. So
Okay.
I'd have 420 organics, and then I'd have 420 dot organics, and then 420 underscore organics, and then it got to be like 420 underscore underscore organics underscore. I was
Yeah.
like, no, that looks dumb. There's way too much shit for people to have to type in. No. And like people had kind of just shortened it down for me over the last bit to Ganix or Organics.
Yeah.
So I just switched it to Ganix and not only that,
The
but
homie.
like Instagram would tell me that my bio was breaking their guidelines and stuff. So my name was breaking their guidelines, my logo was breaking their guidelines, my bio was breaking their guidelines. So I had to change something.
Okay.
And once I changed the name, they kind of left me alone
Do you think
online.
that people? Do you think you just got like a hater and somebody was reporting your shit?
That's possible.
Possibly.
Absolutely, absolutely possible.
Yeah. Sometimes
It
that'll
just
happen,
seemed like
man.
it was happening too
Yeah.
much.
Bam, 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 bam. The homie wanted a horn there.
Is that
So I
J-Rats?
was thinking about it because sometimes what happens is like you interview some people, and if whatever haters they have will transfer onto you sometimes, which happened to me when I interviewed Rob. Was the first time that I developed some of his haters, and I was like, shit.
Right.
That means you're pretty big, man. If you got them haters coming, shit. The bigger you are, the more they hate. So I was like, so
You get a different crowd, right? Like you get it's and going over to like they're over on multi platforms. You know, they're on
yeah,
Twitch, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're everywhere. Anywhere where there's a platform that you can stream on, they're on it. So
yeah,
you know they're bringing people from all directions. So
yeah.
they're bringing good people and they got haters as well. So
Yeah, there's always going to be those people. But I think of it like, it's just part of the game. It's what's going to come with it. You got to take the
yeah,
good and the bad.
you
Which the
just take
good is we have all of us, as the community, the people who come on here, the people who support, that's us.
yeah
And every once in a while, you're going to get those people
for sure.
that are going to hate. Like,
You just take that hate and turn it into fuel and just go even harder. That's what you got
yeah, that's what I do.
to do.
I really don't even interact with any of the haters. I mean, I'll delete them or block them. I'm a blocking master. You better watch out. You say
Yeah.
the wrong thing to me, I'll fucking block your ass real quick.
Oh yeah. I'm on that block button at least once a day.
Yeah, right? Shit, man. Yeah, if you got the haters, you're doing something right. That's what Pete Chill said.
Absolutely.
He's facts right there. Cause
Yeah, you got haters. It's because you're doing
yeah,
something right. You know, people are jealous or whatever it is. You know.
yeah, whatever it is, man. I didn't think because I had my first what's it called, fake account where somebody was trying to act like me, and
That's when you know you made it.
yeah, yeah,
You got a fake
yeah. That's when
account.
I was like, what? Oh, me, little old me, got a fake account, nice.
It's
But
frustrating
I
though.
spread. I'm sorry.
It's super frustrating though. Like when you're trying to get rid of it. You know, like I've had a couple. I posted it up and people have been reporting it all day long. But then it keeps coming back. Instagram doesn't think that they've done anything wrong. It's like
Yeah.
that's cool.
So one thing that I saw on one of the tattooers that I follow is I guess you can go onto the profile and you can hit about this profile and it'll tell you how many times they've changed their names. And so if you got somebody who changed their name, 40, 50 times, well, then that's a spam account. That's one of the fake accounts and shit. So, that's a little heads up for people if you wanted to go check that out. That's one extra thing to like do your research on people to see who you're messing with. If you got somebody who's changed their fucking name 50, 60 times, then you already know, okay, that's a scammer right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know? But then you got people like you who change your name 4 or 5 times, and that's normal just because you keep getting fucked with, right?
Yeah.
Earthwise, what
I changed
up?
my name 4 or 5 times, but it's been on 6 accounts,
His
and
account.
it's
Yeah.
always been the same name. It's just been spelt a little different because
Yeah.
when that account had already been taken at that point, right?
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I lose mine. If
Oh,
mine,
man.
like, I'm not gonna come up with another name and shit. I'll try. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak that into existence
No,
right now.
don't even talk about it. Don't give yourself
Yeah,
the bad
not even
treatment.
gonna put it in. So how long have you been growing for?
I started growing in 2018 when
18.
Canada went legal.
So what is that? 4 years, 5 years,
Coming up on I think 6 years.
6 years. Yeah.
I think in the spring will be 6 years, I believe.
Yeah. So about the same time I did. Nice. And that's what I love about what's going on right now is that we have this information available to us that we can actually jump into just growing. You know what I mean? Like back in the
Yeah.
day, you had to know somebody. You had to know.
You had books. You had to know somebody, and
Yeah, you had to like get in good grace with them. Otherwise, they wouldn't even let you to see or look at their plants. I remember going into this one guy's house and he was just like looking me up and down like I'm a snitch or something. I'm like, bro, I have love for the plant, man. I just love the fucking plant, dude. Let me see the plant. And like,
yeah,
they let me see the plant and it blew my mind the first time I saw it grow. I was like,
yeah.
how do I do? How do I get this?
Well, I've grown a few times over the years. Like when I was a kid, I guess, like a teenager, me and a few buddies, we had some bag seeds or whatever, and we just said like, let's plant them in some cups. I had a
Yeah.
flat roof on my house, like on the garage part of it, so I was like, we'll put them up on my roof. But then I'd walk home from school, and like now I can see them from the road.
Uh,
I'm like, oh shit! So now I gotta go up there with a ladder and pull them down. Then we had to find another place to put them. So now we're walking them to buddies' houses and backpacks and shit, and like nothing ever came out of it. And then years later, I had a buddy that had a monster grow up. Like he had an entire basement that was just full. He had two bloom rooms and a bedroom that was about twice the size, and then he had a clone room as well. So his clone room had like 200 or 300 clones in it all the time, and
shit.
his bloom room was obviously it was on 12/12, but it was staggered 12/12. So during the day this room was on, and then at night that room was on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he had his bedroom, and it was just like that was the first real grow that I had ever gone in. And I used to go there and just help him trim and like I'd pick up little things from him here and there. And he had set me up with 4 clones, and I think they were hash plant or something like that. And he gave me
They were what?
some newt hash plant. It was like a
Hash
type of
plant.
hash plant.
Okay.
He gave me 4 clones. He gave me general hydroponics nutrients, which I had no idea what the hell that meant back then.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a 1,000 watt HPS light, and I hung that up in my closet, in my bedroom. I didn't have any fans. I didn't have nothing. I didn't know any of that shit.
So it got
And
hot.
oh, it got super hot. I couldn't even
Uh,
sleep in that room.
95 degrees, huh?
Oh yeah, I couldn't even sleep in there. I just sleep in the living room the whole time
Oh
that growth was
man.
going on. So, and I've just lived in like a little 1 bedroom apartment too. Like it wasn't like I lived in a house or like I was only like fuck 25 or something.
Uh-huh.
And I think I got a couple ounces off those 4 plants. Not a lot, like maybe like a quarter off each plant, maybe a half o, something like
That's
that.
pretty good
Not a lot,
though.
but decent considering I knew nothing. I didn't even have YouTube, nothing at that time to look for. Nothing. So
Nice. Now, would you consider that a successful, like one of your successful harvests?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so. I mean, it might
because you
have been
got four
early, it might have
ounces.
been late because I didn't know. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and four
Well,
ounces
I
for
got a
your
couple
first one
ounces.
is that a couple ounces for your first one is
Yeah.
really good because you get like, you think, holy shit, this is a lot of fucking weed, you know,
At the
and like,
time, I thought that was a lot, right? Yeah, for
yeah, so you get that first
sure.
feeling of holding the jar, like, oh my god, look how much weed I got, and you know
I
how much
didn't
I don't have to
even know about the
spend.
jars at the time. I dried everything and then I threw everything in Ziploc bags and you know,
Ah,
I didn't know anything about. I knew
yeah,
nothing about growing back then. I knew the little bits that I picked up off my buddy. That was it.
I was saying you didn't
So
know about the hanging, you didn't know about the curing, you didn't know. All you knew is you wanted to get high, right?
all I knew that this it grew on this plant and I wanted to try it.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I
So
remember my homie. I bought okay. So the first time I really grew a plant, I would say me and my wife grew a little one, and we just got one nug on the top, right? And that was it, just that one nug.
yeah,
And we broke it up and we smoked it, and it was boof. It was so boof. And then
but it was the
the
best
second
damn weed you ever smoked in your life because it was
boof I've
the
ever
first
smoked that
plant you ever grew.
day.
It's boof.
And then And then my friend, I bought a house, and my friend was like, "Oh shit, you got a house here? I got these plants at my house that I can't have anymore because they're getting big.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna take them over to your house." And I was like, "Bring them, man. Fuck it, let's do this." And I think that day was what set me off on the trajectory to where we're at right now because I looked at those plants. I took care of them. That's when I started doing research on how to take care of them. Now, unfortunately, it got cross pollinated or it got stressed out outside and it started to seed. So I got thousands of seeds. It was really big, it wasn't good, but I consider it, a learning process and a learning opportunity, right?
absolutely. Yep,
So that's all I took it as. I took it as a learning, and I still count that harvest as a harvest
sure.
because I did cut it down and we smoked a little bit of it.
Yep.
And I cured it.
I think if you get anything from a harvest that you're able to smoke, then you are successful in a way.
Yeah.
And like you said, always take it as a learning opportunity, no matter what. No matter even if you don't finish that, why didn't you finish that? What can you do different next time? Should I change this? Should I change that? Do your research and find out what you did.
Yeah. And
You
also,
know?
the person that I followed when I was growing, when I started, was Pigeons 420, man.
Oh yeah.
Him and Chris, and Mr. Canucks, right?
Canucks.
Ah, there it is. Got it. Here,
I
I
got
got
them
mine
both
over
here.
there too. Yes. So I didn't grab Chris's first book when I read it. I grabbed the Cannabis Encyclopedia, is what I had. Um, and
There's
there
another
it is.
one.
Beautiful. Yeah, but those guys basically taught me how to grow. I did everything that Pigeon said. Whatever Pigeon said, I did it. And this was back in the day before Pigeons showed his face.
Right.
You remember those days? Did you ever see
Yep.
those days where he had the
Yep.
knuckle on the fucking plant? Oh my god! I was like, yo,
Actually, I think Mama was talking about that when we had him on.
yeah, yeah. She's
Yeah.
seen that. I think Mama's been watching him since then too.
Oh, she
And that was,
she's a day oneer.
oh yeah, she's definitely a day wonder. Fuck yeah. She hard as fuck, man. She's so gangster.
Oh yeah. Both of
uh,
those, both of the homegrown girls are gangsters for
yes, they
sure.
are. They're G monies, man. That's why I'm like, see, Bunny. That's why when I sent her message, I was like, yeah, I need to get you out of your shell. So I'm gonna offer you a spot out here. We're gonna get you out there that way because I could see the flame. And when I see the flame in somebody, I love to nurture it, man. I want to nurture that
Absolutely.
flame and make it a fucking fire because then they're gonna be growing fire. And thank you, thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Anyways, uh, so what kind of soil are you using?
Um. So I just kind of did an experiment on this last run, but normally I use Promix. I
Okay, okay,
add worm castings and I use Gaia Green as my nutrients, so my dry amendments, and I mix up all my amendments into my soil, and I just top dress every 3 weeks.
okay, all right. So on that, I'm doing Gaia Green nutrients is what I'm using, right?
And do you ever make brews?
I do. Yep. Yep. I
Okay.
do. I do compost teas, like worm casting teas
So
and stuff like that. Yep.
you put your worm castings in the brew?
I put them in like a tea
Oh,
bag, like a big bag.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've been thinking about that because I needed to either put because I put the worm castings and the nutrients, the dry amendment, in the tea bag, but it didn't like get in the middle of it. So I don't think it soaked
Right.
up all the nutrients and everything that it could have. Maybe I put too much,
Well,
which I
another thing that you can do then, if that was part of your issue, you can take the pump, like your air stone, and put it down inside the tea bag, and then just tighten it real tight around the hose. So when it goes down inside, all your bubbles are actually coming out of the bag, going through your.
that's fucking genius. Good idea, dude. Hell yeah. Where did you learn that technique?
Um, where did I learn that? I might have learned that from Cali Grown Buds on YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
He's
Sick.
another like organic no-till outdoor
All
grower.
right. Sick. And
Super
what I
cool
like,
dude.
I've noticed a lot that the organic, well, I don't want to really say that it's like, it's not like a rivalry. It's different. You know, people grow different. So
Yep.
some people use, I still use synthetics
Yep.
for on occasion for what I need right away. I'll put it, if I need some nitrogen, I'll use some general hydroponics and I'll just put some, veg in 1 gallon, feed
Well,
it to
just
them
give
real
me a
quick.
call. I'll tell you what you need instead of the synthetic shit.
Yes, I know. The only thing is, I don't like how with organics it takes longer for the uptakes, for the nutrient uptakes, except
I
for
use
if you make a brew.
I use an Alaskan fish fertilizer that's right away.
Okay,
I think it's 5,510 or 501 or something like that. Anyways, it's five nitrogen, and
okay.
it's a right away thing. So you
Hold on
can
here. What was that again? 5.9 what?
I think it's 511 or 501. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a five for the N.
So it's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
for
Green Year
nitrogen.
says 511, so I was close. It's a five
Okay, so it's 511.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. So they actually have two. They got one that's it's called More Bloom, which is obviously for flower, and then they have the other one, which is for veg.
Okay. Okay, and are these water soluble or are they just dry
It's a
amendments?
liquid.
Oh, it's a
It's a
liquid.
liquid, so it's 100% organic. It's OMRI certified, and I put
Okay.
that right into my tea pail, my tea bucket, when I'm brewing my tea, and it's just like the foam. After I put this stuff in there, it just goes nuts.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what you're looking for when you're brewing, right? You want that foam. You want that
The
reaction,
microbes.
the
Yeah.
microbes living, the fuck they're multiplying and shit, right? Yeah. So well, okay, so went over the soil and the feeds. What kind of light are you using?
I got two tents set up right now.
Okay.
I have. So I started my very first lights I ever used were just like these blurple. I call them UFOs. I don't know what they're actually called, but they're just like circle lights, and they got a fan on the top, and they blow out like the hottest air. They get so hot, and
Okay. Are those ones?
quickly I ended up.
Are those the ones that have the two switches, the flower, the
No, these
bloom,
ones.
or I mean the
I
red and
know
blue?
the ones that you're talking about, but these ones only had one. They were just purple. That was it, and hot. So I had four of those set up in a little 3x3 tent because again, when I first started growing indoors, when I first started for real, I still didn't know much. I was just starting to do my research then. But then I switched to the Mars Hydro TS 1000,
Mm.
and before I knew it, I had four of them,
Yeah.
and then I had a 5x5 tent, and then I filled the 5x5 tent with those lights, and then I bought a couple more of them and filled a couple 3x3s. And now in one tent, I have the Mars Hydro FCE 3000.
Okay.
They're
Is that a four
three
by
by three
four or
bar. No, it's a 3x3.
3x3? Okay, yeah, because that's a better tent that would work with that light, right? A 3x3.
Yeah, yeah. So that's for a 3x3 tent. It's
Okay.
their small bar light, and then I have um, the Spider Farmer E3000, I think it is, and it's the same bar light, same size and everything. So
Yeah.
I run one Spider Farmer in one tent, and I run the Mars Hydro in the other one.
Nice.
So,
I forgot what I was going to ask you. There was a question I was going to ask you about those lights. When you had that 1,000-watt HPS, did you say that you had? Was it one of the ones with the banister where the ballast has the fan connection? Yeah.
yeah,
Did you ever connect the fan to that?
no,
Never did.
no.
I've always wondered how much of that fan takes the heat out, and transfers the heat.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
not
you could.
sure. Because it like the ballast for this thing was like it was huge. It was like a
Yeah.
brick.
Oh, I remember now. I was going to ask you, where do I get one of your shirts?
We haven't actually sold. We haven't even put any up for sale or anything yet. Right now, it's just kind of the people that are in home grow, but that's coming.
All
That will
right.
be coming.
I'm about to say, you guys
So
are slacking, man. You better get on that. Shit.
yeah, we will be definitely putting that together real soon.
Get that merch out there, man. You better send me one. I'll rep it. All right.
Oh, we will.
All right.
Sure.
And Sea Bunnies and everybody's slap that I've been asking for too, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna get them slaps.
I'm not at home right now. Right now, I'm actually house sitting for 3 weeks. So
Oh, how dare you? No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know. I'll be going home the end of this week. So I got
Okay,
everybody's addresses all written down, and you're in there. You're in the book.
good. Fuck
As
yeah.
soon as I get back to my place, I'll get them all put in.
All right. I just had to put you on blast a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all right. Keep me on my toes.
Yeah. So, what do you do for IPMs for your IPM regimen? I know if you've been watching me, you know what I've been fighting with. So,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you have any problems with IPM.
I have problems. I just battled thrips.
There's just what?
I just battled with thrips.
Oh, thrips. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am blanking on what thrips do. I know aphids are bigger than thrips, right?
Thrips are like they're just these little tiny little fucking bastards, man. They're brutal. Um, they I'm not exactly sure what they do. I think they take the chloroform that's in the plant or the chlorophyll that's in the plant. Like you'll see all these little tiny dots everywhere, and you're like, man, what the hell is going on? I didn't know what the hell was going on. I had one of those plant apps, Plant
Okay.
Doctor or something like that, and I took a picture of it and I put it in the app, and it told me I had thrips, and I went, bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
have thrips. There's no way I have thrips. And I start looking under the leaves. I'm like, there they are. You know, so you can just see them. They're just these little tiny, like whitish specks, and they just kind of like move around real slow.
So they're not like they're small like mites, but they're not spider mites, right?
They're not spider mites, but they shred your garden.
Ooh, what do they do?
Like that, it just kills everything.
They just eat it. Oh man,
Yeah, and
fucking
they're
local
hard to
bastards.
get rid of. They're super hard to get rid of. So um, over time, growing organically, you can always have problems with gnats.
Yeah.
So I've always said you got to be preventative right from the start before you ever have any problems whatsoever. You have to be on your game right away.
Yes.
So there's sticky traps. Spray with. I use Petrotools Crop Defender.
Okay.
Uh, neem seed meal or neem seed oil, either
Neem
or.
seed oil.
Diatomaceous
Rosemary.
earth. Diatomaceous earth. Peppermint. Is it
Now I had a
peppermint?
question about the
Yeah,
diatomaceous
peppermint.
earth. I was gonna ask you. I just started using the product since fucking not Peach Hill, the Family Tree Cannabis homeboy. He put me onto it. Now, diatomaceous earth. How much of that can you use on your plant? Is there too much? Is there such thing as too much?
I'm sure there probably is.
Okay.
I've never got to that point yet, and I've used a lot.
Okay.
You can use it in a few different ways though. Like you can put it in a duster and literally dust your whole plants. So your leaves are covered, everything is covered. It looks like you just had a flower fight with somebody, or like a baby powder fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so The only problem with doing that, like you leave it on there for a few days and make sure anything that's crawling around in there is dead. But then you got to take your plants somewhere and you got to wash them, and it's hard to get that stuff off, right? And like, um, and then you can top dress with it, kind of mix it into the top
Yeah,
of your soil.
that's what I've been doing is just top
The
dressing
only
right now.
the only problem with that is for pests, diatomaceous earth is only good when it's dry. As soon as you put water to it, it's something different now.
Okay. So
So
it doesn't kill the larva that's in the soil?
no, I don't think so. It won't kill the larva. It'll only kill the living pests. It's basically what it is. It's like glass.
Yeah.
So they crawl through
Yeah.
it, and it just like chops them all up, and then it dries out their
Yeah,
exoskeleton
they're
or whatever.
exoskeleton that they breathe out of actually, because the
Yeah,
way that they work is they contract their body, and that's how they get oxygen into their blood system. And when you're doing that, and they got the diatomaceous earth on it, it's like fucking glass that's that gets inside of the little spot. And when they're breathing, it's just stabbing them, stabbing them, stabbing.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
No, I think
Um,
you're right. And so once it gets wet, it actually turns into a food. It turns into natural silica. So it's kind of a double whammy. Like it's a good thing. You put it in there shortly after you water it, especially like if you do like a bottom feed, you do
yeah.
a bottom feed and then top dress with your diatomaceous earth and leave it on there. Let it dry out for a couple days so that diatomaceous earth stays on that level or on that on the
They're on the
top
top
layer.
dressing, right? So that anything that is walking on that soil or
Or
coming out of
trying
the
to come
soil,
out or go
yeah,
back
coming out of the
in.
soil that walks out, they're gonna fucking be taking that shit all over. That is smart,
Yeah.
brother. That is very smart.
And
I wasn't using it like that. I put it on the top and I left it there and then I watered. So
yeah, so that's still a good thing. So that silica will help strengthen your
yeah,
cell walls and build up, you know. But you can use insect frass as well, which is another good thing for. I want to say it's got chitin in it or chitosan. Chitin. It tricks the plant into thinking that it's in defense mode. It makes the plant think that it's being attacked. So
okay.
then it'll go into this defense mode and then just like fight off everything that's coming for it. Powdery mildew, pests, whatever, all that shit.
So it builds
So
its
and it
defenses up.
feeds your plants as well. Yeah, it helps build up the
Evil.
defenses. So the high shield from Hygrozyme has that in it. So it does a very similar thing to what the insect frass does.
Nice.
So
All right.
yeah,
So that's for everybody out there. If you don't know, I just got spider mites. I just had to cut down one of my harvests too because the spider mites got too bad. Now I never thought I gotta tell you, organics. I never thought that I would have spider mites to that
yeah,
extent,
the
brother.
webs and everything.
Yeah, like the webs around the
Yeah,
buds. Like I never thought I'd fucking see that shit. I never thought I would get that,
yeah.
dude. Never. I
Sad,
remember
sad
actually.
when it happens.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking sad. It's a little fucking bullshit. But okay. One thing that I've always said is everything loves cannabis, even the bugs. The bugs love cannabis, even with the fan on it, the lights on it. All the environment, the way that we make the environment, they don't give a fuck. They want to
No,
live on that shit because it's a good place to live.
it
We
smells
keep
good.
the
It tastes good.
yeah, we keep the environment perfect for them.
Absolutely.
It's perfect for them. So it's not their fault. It's more our fault for doing something that they've been doing for millions of years. We just came up and started doing this.
Exactly.
Anyways, I digress. What I was gonna say is, I never thought, man. I never thought I'd see the day that I'd have fucking spider mites like that, man.
Yeah.
But then somebody commented on there and was like, "You're not a real grower till you've had spider mites." I was like, "Facts."
But if you can be growing for 20 years and say I've never had spider mites, what does that make you a fucking super grower?
Yeah, you're a
You know what
fucking
I'm saying? Like
yeah, you're
I
a
would love
fucking
to be able to get
beast.
to I would
Like,
love to be able to get 5, 6 years in and say I've never had
yeah,
spider mites. I've never had thrips. I've never had any issues. But you know what? What we do, we're trying to mimic outdoors. So we bring
Yeah.
these plants that naturally grow outside. We bring them inside. We create this environment. I don't care who you are. You're gonna have a problem. At least one every grow you do.
Yeah.
It'll never be the same problem, but you're always gonna have some. There's no such thing as a perfect. Never.
No, there isn't.
Never.
There's too many variables in this growing. In the whole box of growing, there's fucking so many variables in
Oh
here
yeah.
that I always say there's no way that anybody could ever get the same grow. Like what you do and what I do. We could go on the same shit, same, equipment. We could do the same this, but something is going to be different. The pH in your water is going to be different.
Well, we live in different areas
Yeah,
too, right? Like you live here, I live here. Just that alone could make everything different.
everything different. Because you're more up north, right?
Yeah, I'm in
And
Ontario.
yeah, you're in Ontario. I'm over here on Washington in Washington State. So over here isn't like Seattle, Washington. It's not that kind of
Right.
Washington. This is the extreme Washington. So it gets fucking dry over here. And it gets really fucking cold. So,
Right.
there's just conditions, atmosphere, fucking budget. There's so many different things, so many different reasons why these, grows aren't going to come out the same. But back to the pest, it could happen to anybody, and it happens all the time,
Absolutely.
right?
And it can happen
And like,
any time of year too.
I'm sorry.
It can happen any time of year too.
Yeah,
Like it could be the dead of winter and you end up with spider mites
that's what I
indoors.
was thinking.
Where'd that come from?
I was like, how the fuck did I get spider mites? It's almost winter over here. But
Yeah,
hey, it happens, man. Because
that's crazy.
I guess I don't think they hibernate, do they? Well, no, pests don't hibernate,
No, I
especially if they find a good
guess
environment
not. But I think they just die off over the wintertime if they're outside.
outside, right?
And
Well, it can't be because if they all died, then there wouldn't be new ones for the next year.
yeah, they gotta come from somewhere. I'm just not sure how
Huh?
that happens. Maybe they go dormant in their the larva or something like that goes dormant in the soil or something like that. Maybe they come back in the spring.
Yeah. Mama Kush over here said that IPM is her Sunday ritual. Now I have to get into the rhythm of that also because I don't deal with pests until I see them. Which
Oh yeah, see that's no good. That's not
yeah,
good.
it's
You
not
gotta
good. I need to
be
be
on
spraying
top,
my
especially now that you've had a
yeah.
problem.
Oh
You
yeah.
want to
So
be on
no,
point. You want to be like once, twice a week now until you're
I take
100%, and then dial it
that
back
back.
to
It's
like
not that
once a
I
week.
haven't. It's not that I haven't. It's I haven't done it in a while. I was
Yeah,
doing it there for a long time, but then I stopped doing it
well, that's
because
the
I was
thing.
like, well,
Like,
huh?
go ahead.
I was because I was like, well, I'm gonna go organic, so I'm gonna go organic. I'm gonna not spray nothing. I'm not gonna use anything. But then I was like, fuck that, and I pulled out my, the stuff that I use for IPM, and it is natural. It's just neem oil and rosemary, and
Yeah,
it's all the natural shit. It's everything that you would give it as a natural way is in this fucking thing. So I'm just gonna start feeding it in the soil again because you could just mix it in your water and spray it on there like that, and it builds up in the cell walls of the plant. A little bit
yeah,
of rosemary so that the
yeah. You can
bugs
add
don't want
it.
to
You can
bite the
do like
plant.
a drench, so your soil gets it, so it's in there with the
Yeah,
larva and everything like that. It'll help probably with gnats,
yeah,
spider mites, thrips, aphids, all of that shit that's in your soil. Um, then you spray it. That's gonna help all your leaves and your stems and all that shit. So
yeah. Do you have a fogger?
I do. I got two of them.
Okay, I was out there looking for a fogger. If you know any companies that want to send me one, if anybody's out there, give them a shout out. Let them know I need a fogger. I just got one of those regular spray ones,
Yep.
for the
Home
chemicals and
sprays.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah, home
And
spray.
you know what? The little ones? Are you talking about you got the little one with it's got a handle on it like this? Is that the
Yeah,
one, or you got one of the big pump sprayers with the hose?
I got the little. I got a pump sprayer, but it's a little one. It's not
It's
a
a
big
little
gallon.
liter. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a 1.5 gallon
yeah,
or
1.5. That's
something
what it
like
is.
that. Yeah, I got
Or
those too.
point
And you know
0.5.
what? Sometimes I pull that out um, instead of my fogger,
Okay.
just because sometimes it's more convenient. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I need to like get in there and scrub it out right away with my fogger. I'm like, oh shit, this is $200. I better make sure that this is clean and everything's put away properly. Like sometimes I'm doing shit on the fly.
Yeah.
Or I gotta do it. My lights turn off. My lights turn off at midnight. Now I want to go to bed. 'Cause I gotta work in the morning or something like that. So, um, I do use my fogger, but sometimes I find that pump sprayer a little bit more convenient sometimes.
Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't know. I didn't know if the fogger would be better or the sprayer would be better. And I feel
The
to
fogger
me,
is better. The fogger is better, for sure it is. But sometimes the sprayer is just a little more convenient. For
it's
me,
quicker.
anyways, right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's quicker.
For me too, man. I have it just ready right there. There's already pressure in it, ready to go. I just grab it, spray it, and
Yeah,
then
see,
boom.
with my fogger, I don't want to do that because they're a
That's
hell of a
more
lot
moving
more
parts.
expensive than. There's a lot more moving parts, and like my first one is broken. Like my first one stopped working. I reached out to Petra Tools. They reset me a new one. So
What happens there? Does it just get clogged or something?
I'm not sure what happened. It just stopped charging. So I'm not
Well,
sure if it was
stop
something I
charging.
did. I'm not sure if it was a defect. Not sure. But Petra Tools was great about it. They didn't hassle me. They didn't cause me any issues. They just said, okay, what's your name? I told them my name. They looked it up. They went, yep, there it is. Okay, a new one in the mail for you. And that's
Beautiful.
basically all it was. So yeah, I got no complaints. Like I complain when shit like that happens, and then you get no customer service, and they don't even want to hear it. But Petra Tools was all over it.
That's what I've noticed is making real good companies because, okay, look, we need to take this seriously because we are starting to take this seriously, which the way that we know that they're starting to take it seriously is that companies are starting to make products for us. AC
Yeah,
Infinity, Spider Farmer, Petra, all these products are starting to come out for the cannabis community, right?
yeah,
Now, and when that starts to happen, when companies get into it, they need to have customer service. They have to have great word of mouth where people are wanting to go to to their company. And with like you reaching out and them getting a hold of you right away and actually showing you that they care a little bit, is going to make
yeah.
more people want to go towards them.
Absolutely.
Instead of
Well,
this other company.
it makes me want to tell people, hey, you know, this happened with the product, but they honored it. They were all over it. They didn't argue with me. There was no problems whatsoever. You know, so that makes me want to go and tell everybody that I know, anybody that's looking for a fogger or anybody that's
Yeah,
looking for anything from them. They're so far till now they've been a great company for me.
good, good. Yeah, so all my followers, go check out Petra, man. They got good sprayers. Do they have any other products?
They do. They got all kinds of different foggers and sprayers. They got nutrients. They got a lot of stuff for like
Oh,
actual
they
like
got a
lawn
nutrient.
care and like garden like house gardens. Um, they got lawn paint in case your grass dies in the middle of summertime. You guys have drought or something like that. You go out there and paint it with the Petra Tools green paint. Um,
Nice.
yeah, I got like a worm tea from them. I got a fish and seaweed nutrient from them as well. Sometimes I like to add that into my compost teas.
Sick. Good.
So yeah, they
Hell
got some
yeah.
good
It's
stuff.
a good company to go check out. I'm gonna have to go check them out and see, if we can collab, or I'll just pick
Yeah,
one up and then just start
reach
using
out
their
to
product.
Petra Grow.
Petra Grow. All right.
Petra
Go check.
Grow. They seem to be more they deal more with like the content creator side
Okay.
of things.
Yeah,
They're like
because
the cannabis side of things, I should say, not the content, but they
the
deal more
cannabis.
with the cannabis side of things.
Yeah, I'm noticing that a lot of companies are starting to have like one representative that you would talk to, and like Hypoton Flux and just have their page, but there are other subsidiaries or whatever they're called, subordinates, whatever people who are under them that manage mostly the cannabis creating because we are in our own little bubble right now, right here
Oh
where we're
yeah.
in this gray area where some people can do it in some states, some people can't,
Yeah.
and we all got to be
And
careful
it's
and
nice to
shit. But
have one face or like two faces, that you recognize. You've seen
yeah,
them out there. I can say go talk to this person, and you're going to talk to that person.
yeah,
You know. So it's nice. Like Hygrozyme is like that. They got like one or two people, well, a couple people. that are like the face on here on social media, and everybody knows who they are. And
Yeah.
when you're looking for something or you're asking questions or something, you always go to them, and they always get back to you, and they always answer your questions. And yeah,
They got the representative. Nice. So I had a question. This is a kind of broad question, but what would you say is your favorite strain that you have grown so far? I know this is a
favorite
hard one.
strain I've grown. Wow. Hmm.
Ooh, it's a hard one.
I'd probably say my Blue Dream that I did.
Blue Dream, really?
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah.
is that more of an old school? Like, is it the old school Blue Dream? Like, well, not. I wouldn't
I'm not
say
sure if
old
it's.
school.
I would say Blue Dream is an older school.
Older. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
10
know if it's like
years.
old school, but it's definitely like it's not your cookie strains, and it's not your runts, and it's not
Yeah.
it's not that. But it took me a while to get it right because Blue Dream is a sativa. I like
Uh,
sativa, but sometimes it's a little bit on the heavy side for me. And like the first time I smoked it, I was like, "Holy fuck, I'm having a fucking heart attack
oh,
over
you had
here." I'm like,
a panic
"Holy
attack.
shit!" And I don't have panic attacks. That's a crazy thing. So I smoked this, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what is happening to me right now? I can't smoke this weed."
Yeah.
I had clones of it. So as I'm doing my research, I'm like, fuck, maybe I cut it too early, you know? Maybe everything was like clear and cloudy. There was no
No
amber in there at all.
amber. Yeah.
So I let
Yeah,
it
because
go.
for those who don't know, the more amber it is, the higher it makes you, the more
Uh,
sleepier. What would you say
the
then?
the more amber that's in. So when you have like all of that cloudy,
Yeah.
that's where it's like a very like uplifting, energetic sativa kind of a high. But when
Yeah.
you have more amber, that's where you get your CBN, which is your more couch log effect.
Okay.
So so Blue Dream is usually like at least a 9 week strain to begin with, which I was pretty new at the time when I first started growing it, so I didn't necessarily know. I thought everything was done in 8 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So and I'm like I'm looking with my little jeweler's loop, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're done. I don't even know what I'm looking for at this time. But I took clones of it, and I tried it again, and I think I had like four of them or something, 3 or 4 of them, and I regrew it, same ones because they were clones, and
Yeah.
I let them go about a week longer, and it was getting better. It was smokable for me, and
Okay.
I took clones again, so I had another 3 or 4 of them, and I grew them. I ended up growing them out 4 times, I think, and by the time I got to the fourth time, it was some of the best weed I'd ever smoked because every
Good.
time I did it, I'd let it go an extra week. I think I was up to like 12 weeks by the time I was done. 11,
Damn.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
11
a
or
that's
12
a that's a
weeks.
that's a that's a long one right there.
Yeah.
12 weeks.
But
Jeez.
because it was such a heavy sativa, like it was too heavy for me. So I had to just keep letting it get more and more amber. And,
Yeah.
I think I chopped it early anyways the first time. Like I think it should have gone at least another week, no matter what, anyways. But me
Yeah. There's a rule that
being,
the pitches 420 would always say is that if you think it's ready, wait one more week.
Mhm. Yeah, that was something that I heard a lot back when I first started. If you think it's ready, let it go at least one more week.
Yep, that's what I always try to tell the new growers,
So,
man. The golden rule is if you think it's ready,
yeah,
wait one
yeah.
more week.
Get Cooked says it right there.
What is it?
Get Cooked says it right
If you
there.
think
Rule of
it's done, wait one more week.
thumb: if you
Yep.
think it's done, wait longer. That's
Yep,
funny.
that's that one spread around right there. That one should stick in every grower's head. But it is hard because you get excited, man. You're
For sure.
excited and you want to pull that plant. You think you're like, fuck, I waited one more week. What's one more week? No, I don't want to wait a week.
Yeah.
Shit. And
But this is what
it's
I always tell people. I'm like, you've gone this far. This is what I tell people when it comes to drying. You've come this far. Don't fuck it up on this stage. You worked so
yeah,
hard to get here. This is literally the most important part now.
yeah,
Because you've done everything else. Everything else looks great. Now you just got this one more thing to do. It's the same thing with cutting it too early.
Yeah.
Emily?
Emily,
But yeah,
what up?
but yeah, same thing as cutting it too early. You know, like you said, we get excited. Got those smells coming out of there now. You
Yeah.
see what it looks like now. You're like, fuck, I just want to try it. I want to taste.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's gonna taste better if you wait that extra week.
So I had a follower send me a picture of what she or what they had harvested, and I was trying to keep it as nice as possible. Like I'd just be like, "Yo, you should have waited a couple more weeks." Like you would have waited a couple more weeks, you'd get the more smells out of it. You get the colors,
Yeah,
and
everything's better.
like I said before, you get more excited, man. You get excited and you pull the plant. It's normal. It happens to us all. We all do it. That's why if anybody out there, if you pull your plant early, or I tell you that you pulled your plant early, please don't get discouraged because we have all done it and we will all continue to
And
do it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, we're all gonna do it again.
Yeah, shit, man. I just fucking did that shit last couple weeks ago, man. I pulled it
Yeah,
way too early,
I
and
had to
I
cut
knew
some
it was
down
early.
because of the thrips. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
I think I cleared them out, but I was like, they're fucking dying. Like,
it's
I'm at the
just
point where I'm just done dealing with them, so I'm just gonna chop them. I'm gonna dry them, and I'm gonna have a real uplifting bunch of weed for a little
yeah,
while.
yeah. It's better than just it's better than fucking it, or I don't know, or just throwing it away. But like that's the. I had a
Thought about
question real
it.
quick. Have you ever smoked any spider mites? Do you think?
Oh, fuck, I'm sure we all have.
That's
I
what
don't
I was just thinking right now.
I don't even want to know some of the shit I've probably smoked that I didn't know. You know what I mean?
That's what I
Like,
was thinking right now. Because
think
back
about
in the
back in the day
day,
when,
you stick a nug in the bowl and it just starts crackling and popping, and you're like, oh yeah, that's some good shit. And
yeah,
you
you
just
don't
didn't
know where
know.
that weed came from. But think it like how many times have you smoked weed back in the day, like where you're buying it off your buddy or your
Yeah,
buddy's buddy or your cousin's best. Yeah, we didn't buy
yeah.
weed in dispensaries. We didn't grow our own weed. We picked it up in some dirty ass neighborhoods and people
Some
we don't know.
backyard shit.
Oh fuck yeah! You never know where it comes from. Never.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's why I think most of us, some of us, the older OGs, the people like I understand the newer growers, like they want to keep it as legit as possible, as clean as possible.
Yeah.
And I totally understand that. But at some point I gotta be like, man, I used to fucking smoke meth. I used to be a piece of shit. Like I put all this shit in my
Yeah.
body. I'm not gonna fucking care about any spider mites.
Yeah.
But then the new grower in me kicks in and is like, no, it's unacceptable. I would never give anybody that, like,
Yeah.
and that's what I did. I ended up just cutting it down because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give this to anybody. I couldn't do that in good conscience, give that to anybody. But then it got me thinking, how long have we been fucking smoking that shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. How many times do you think we've smoked mold
Oh,
or powder mildew
yeah.
or spider mites or thrips or a fly that landed on the plant and got stuck and when they were trimming it they didn't see it or
Spiders.
a moth or bird shit or
Yeah.
guaranteed. I guarantee anybody that's been smoking weed in here for a decent amount of time, if you smoked any outdoor weed, you've probably smoked every one of those things I just said.
Yep.
Dirt,
All of that
the
shit.
dust, pollen off the trees, all of it.
Bird shit. Fucking uh 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 I will when that first plant that I harvested that I told you about, I saw a caterpillar fall out that bitch. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that
You
caterpillar.
don't ever let them on there, man.
No. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know, but at the end of
Yeah.
it, when I cut it, and it was already dead or something, which was weird. But I was like, that motherfucker could have got smoked. I could have smoked that fucking caterpillar.
Smoke that fool, man.
Smoke that bitch,
Yeah.
man. You lucky you died, motherfucker. Otherwise, I would have smoked your ass.
Yeah, really. Yeah, man. Caterpillars are bad. Caterpillars are
Yeah,
real bad.
they are.
Like,
I now the caterpillars. I haven't had too many. I've only saw that one time. But aren't they good for anything? Are they good for anything? Do they kill thrips or thrives? They don't do shit. They just mess up the
they
plants.
eat your shit. They eat your plants.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not
Yeah,
good.
like there's stuff out there that you can buy to get rid of the caterpillars too. Like they're bad.
Oh, oh man. Okay,
And
well,
not
our
just
time
eating,
is.
they just keep eating, man. Like they'll eat half your plant in the night. You'll go to bed, you'll wake up and your plant's half gone when you wake up.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Fucking
So we only
crazy.
got
Very.
5 minutes left there, brother. I still had some more questions, but we'll do that on part 2 down the road or something like that, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted to thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you so much. And can you tell
No, thank
everybody where
you.
to find you?
I'm on Instagram, Mr.Ganix. YouTube, Home Grow the Community Official. Instagram, Home Grow the Community Official. Make sure you go follow on both. Make sure you go follow Sea Bunny Grow. Make sure you follow Mama Kush 420.
On the
Together we
Homegrown
are Home Grow the
community.
Community. You can check us out on Wednesday nights. We do our interviews over on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fridays we do Growing Gardens over on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So everybody, all my followers and everybody else, you better make sure to go check them out, man. There's good people. They're doing great things for the community, and we're trying to spread the knowledge out there. So
Yes, sir. Yeah,
make
we
sure
got
to
Chad
tap in.
Westport on Wednesday. This Wednesday is Chad Westport.
What does that
So
mean?
Chad Westport is our guest on Wednesday nights.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Their guest this week is going to be Chad Westford. Nice. I'm going to be tapping in. Usually when I tap in, I just tap in to show a little bit of support, and then I got to get going on doing the rest of the shit that I do because I'm very ADD, so I got a lot of things going on, brother. I'm sorry.
oh, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah. So as for me, thank you everybody for tapping in. Make sure. Did you have any sponsors that you wanted to plug?
Nope, I'm not sponsored by nobody.
Oh, he's rolling OG
I'm a
status,
lone wolf.
man. He a lone wolf. He don't need nobody. Shit. As for me, hey, everybody knows. Make sure to go check out Defiant Seed. Make sure to check out VIP Plantations. A high photon flux. The high photon flux LEDs. The link is in my bio to go to that website. And now my new discount code is LOCO. Just LOCO, right? It's nice and easy to remember. Go on there, save yourselves a couple bucks at checkout. I am an affiliate, so you already know your boy gets kicked down a little bit there. So make sure to go check them out. Check them out. Get yourself a little light or anything, because it's a good light. It works really good, and I don't even need it at 100%. So that's what I look. I really like a light that doesn't need to be 100%. You know,
Well, it's nice
it's
when
like
you can
good.
get them when it's a little overkill.
Yeah, that's why it's a little
Well, and
overkill.
it's if you ever expand a little bit, you don't have to go and buy a light right away.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of nice when you can run it on 50, 60, 70%, and then if you ever go up to a bigger size, you don't have to buy that
Yeah.
light tomorrow because it's not enough.
Yeah, and so it works, man. So yeah, and then make sure to check out who else are we missing? I forget. AC Infinity and everybody. Yeah, thanks guys for tapping in, and we'll get next week. I'm pretty sure we either got Mama Kush or Sea Bunny is lined
I
up
think
there.
next week is Mama Kush.
Next week, Mama Kush is next week. So we're gonna go through the other everybody from the HGTV, and we're gonna knock you guys out. I also want to make a little announcement that I got Mr. Grow It on again too.
Ooh.
So
I think maybe stay tuned on the home grow side of things as well. And we may be linking the tripod of the stash as well.
the stash, baby, all the stash crew. Make sure to go check out their new product also. It is killing it out there. Oliver, man, what's up, pimp? Where you been, doggy? But yeah, thanks everybody for tapping in. We're gonna end the show right here, and we'll be started the next week of CannaConvos next Saturday at I think about 6 p.m. PST. So right there, we'll leave it there. So thank you again, brother. Thank you so much for tapping in, man, or coming on
No,
and
thanks for having me, man.
just
I
killing it.
appreciate it. It's always fun
You
hanging
killed
out
it
with you,
today.
man.
Good, man. Thank you. Thank you. I try to make it, fun for everybody. That way
It's definitely fun.
we have a good show.
Definitely fun, man.
All right, brother.
Come on a
See you
Friday night
later.
and show your garden.
Yeah, I'll try. Hey, I'll try to come on. I only got a few plants going, but we'll
That's
do
okay.
something.
I don't
man.
have any plants right now, so I got to look at somebody's.
All right. Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
All
Bye.
right.